Hello guys, and welcome back to another Speak ASMR video, and today I've decided to do something different. So in this video we shall be doing answering maths questions. So all I'm going to be doing is talking through the process of solving some simpler to more complicated maths questions, and I hope you guys find it relaxing and enjoy. So I'm just going to slowly go through. There's addition, there's some subtraction, there's multiplication, and a bit of algebra at the end. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy. So to begin with, we've got 54 plus 32. Now we add the 10s and we add the 2s, which gives us an answer of 86. Excuse bad handwriting. Second question, we've got 102 at 23, which should equal 125. These shouldn't require much working out because they are quite easy. Next with this one, this is just 28. And for our fourth question, 6 plus 31, another simple one as well, should just equal 37. Then we have got 107 plus 74. Now with this, we've got a remainder, so 7 plus 4 is more than 10, so it equals 11. So this would equal not 174, but it will equal 181, because there's one more than 10. So this is 181. Next, we've got a 402 plus 19. Same with this, we add the 10 and then we add the 1. So we've got 412 if we add the 10, then we add the 9, we have 421. 421. Then we have a few bigger numbers now into hundreds only. So we have 374 plus 111. So to start with, we add the 100, which gives us 474. Then we add the 10, which gives us 484. Then we add the 1, which gives us 485. So most big, large number addition is quite easy if you split it up into thousands, hundreds, tens and ones. So it's usually next with this one again. So 513, add the hundreds, which is 200, 713. Then we have the tens, which is 10 plus 20, which is 30. So it's 733. Add the 4, which is 737. Then, moving on, we have now 1,000 question, so one with 1,000 in it. It's 1,134. So with this one, there's only two numbers, so I'd always add the smaller number onto the bigger number. So for this, we've just got to add 50 and then 2, so 1,184, so 1,186. Then we have another one that's not in the thousands but still quite tricky. Here, when you've got a number that's close to a whole like 100, you can either add the hundreds, the tens and the 1, or you add the 300 and just minus the 6. So I think we'll do that method this time. So if we add 300 to 741, we get 1,041, and then we minus 6, we get 1,035. Now that's how I'd personally solve that question, but as I said, there are other methods to solving a number like that. Then we have 12,412. This is the same, we add the small number first. So 621 is pretty simple. That gives us 13,012. Add the 20, 13,032. Add the 1, 13,033. And there we go. Moving on, we've now got a few more bigger numbers left to finish off the addition. So 102,312, add 21,200. Now for this one, we will add it in at 10,000, because we can just ignore the three numbers on the end of each number, so the hundreds. And so we do 102 add 21, which is 123, so it's 123,312. And then we add the 200, which is 512, so it is 123,500. Excuse me, let me just rub that out. 123,512. Then, moving on, we've got another quite simple one, 51,100. and 2,312, so we will add the 2,000, which gives us 53,100, and then we will add the 312, so we'll add the 300, which is 53,400, and then 53,412. 53,412. Two more left, and then we move on to subtraction. So we've got 84,012 and 7,933. Now for this one, you could do the method where you round up to 8,000 and then subtract 67, but this time I think we will just add it normally because there shouldn't be much overlap. So we'll add the 7,000, which will give us 91,000 because of the overlap, and then we just add the 900, which gives us 91,912, and then we add the 33, which gives us 91,945. I find when doing addition, if you do a lot of it, you get very good at it. So that's my outtake on it. Then we have 5,103 and 843. This is a nice one to end on. So this is quite simple again. We add the 800, which gives us 5,903, and then we add the 43, which gives us 5,946. Anyway, I won't be checking my answers, but if any of you guys in the comments find what I do wrong, just tell me if I do it wrong, because it will be quite embarrassing. Anyway, moving on, we've got subtraction. So, for subtraction, we're going to start some very easy questions, then moving up. So we've got 13 minus 7, that's pretty self-explanatory. That just equals 6. Then for 24 minus 10, we just minus the 10, which gives us 14. Then 60 minus 22. Now we can minus a 20, then the 2. 60 minus 20 is 40. 40 minus 2 is 30. Then for 84 minus 12, we minus a 10, which is 74. 74 minus 2 is 72. Then we have 124 minus 43. So we'll minus the 40 from 124, which gives us 84. 84 minus 3 is 81. Then we have 312 minus 110. This one's pretty straightforward. Minus 100 gives you 212, and then we minus the 10, which gives us 202. Then we have 504 minus 82. So for this one, we'll minus the 80 again, as we're doing normally in every other question. So minus the 80 is 424, minus 2 is 422. Then we have 853 minus 212, same method, but we've now got hundreds to minus as well. So we do 853 minus 200, which gives us 653. We minus 10, 643, minus 2, 641. Then we have thousands included now, so we still just do the same method. We have 1,243 minus 452, so we'll first start off with minusing the 400, which gives us 843, and we minus the 50, which gives us 793, minus the 2, 792. Then, that does not equal 792, I've got that wrong, my apologies. I think it should equal 791. You know what, for this question we will just check. So 1,243 minus 400 is 843, minus 50, 793, 791. Yeah, I think that seems more right. Anyway, moving on. We have 4,270 minus 1,020. This is pretty straightforward because there's only two numbers we have to, or two different sections we have to minus from. We minus 1,000, that gives us 3,270. Minus the 20, 3,250. 3,250. Then, a few more subtractions left. We've got 5 more, 6,045 minus 826. So, as we do normally, minus the 800, which gives us 5,245, minus the 20, which gives us 5,225, which then equals 5,219 after we minus the 6, so 5,219. Then we have another one, which is actually quite easy as well. So we do 10,412 minus the 400, which will give us 10,012. We minus the 30, which gives us 9,982, minus the 1, which gives us 9,981. Then we have 31,249 minus 5,481. We first start off with minusing the 5,000, which gives us 26,249. We minus the 400, which gives us 25,849. 25,849 minus 80, which gives us 25,769, which gives us 25,768. Now that was a tricky one, to be honest, I'll even admit that. Then two last ones, we've got 120,412 minus 41,280. So first we minus the 40,000, which gives us 80,412, minus the 1,000, 79,412, minus the 200, 79,212, minus the 80, 79,131, 79,131. Now for our last question, 75,900 or 400. We will say it's a 9 for this demonstration. 75,958 minus 22,325. So as we normally do, we minus the 20, which gives us 55,958. We minus the 2,000, which gives us 53,958. So 53,958 minus 300, which gives us 53,658 minus the 20, 63,633 is the answer. 63,633. Now then, moving on to multiplication, which I find actually the easiest out of all of them, because I find it easier to do them. Now, first question, pretty self-explanatory. 6 times 7, normal times tables, 42. 12 times 4, again, just 48. Then we've got 11 times 11. 10 times 11 is 110. 1 times 11 is 11. Just add them, 121. Then we have 12 times 30. So 12 times 3 is 36. So we just times that by 10. 360. Then we have 104 times 25, which is, we do 104 times 20 and then times 104 by 5. So 104 by 20 is 2080, because it's 208 times 10, so 2080. 5 times 104 is 520, so it is 2600. Then we have 524 times 101. So first we times it by 100, which gives us 52,400, and we just do 52,400 add 101, so it's 52,501, 52,501. Then we have 704 times 20, so times it by 2 times by 10, so 704 times 2 is 1,408, so 1,408, 14,080. Then moving on, we have a pretty easy one here, so 534, or I should say, 534 times 1,000, which gives us 534,000. My handwriting's not too great, so I'm saying that's a 5 and that's a 3. Moving on, we have 31,000 times 55, So first we times 31,000 by 5, which is 15,500. Times that by 10, 15,500, 155,000, 155,000, add 15,500, 170,500. There we go. Then we have 12 times 4,002, which is pretty self-explanatory as well. Times it by 10, times it by 2 and add them together. Times it by 10, which equals 40,020. 40,020, add 8,004, so 48,024. 4 more left. We have 100 times 6,221, which is similar. We just times it by 100, so move it up 2 times up the ladder. So we have 622,100. On our last 3, before moving on to algebra, we have 710 times 28. We times it by 2, then we times it by 8, and we add them together. 710 times 2 is 1,420, so 14,200. 14,200, we will do this because this is one I can't remember, so 14,200, add 8 times 710, which is 5,680, because 7 times 8 is 56, so 5,680, and then we add them together, and that equals, add the 5,000, so 19,200, 19,880. Then we have 9,000 times 240, so we'll just times 240 by 9 and then times that answer by 1,000. So we do 9 times 240, so 9 times 2 is 18, so it will be 1,000. So 9 times 200 is 1,800, 9 times 40 is 360, so that is 2,160, 2,160, add 3 more zeros, gives us 2.16 million. For our final question, we have 540 times 99. There's 2 methods. You can times it by 90, times it by 9, add them together, or you can times it by 100 and minus 540. If you times it by 100, you get 54,000. You do 54,000 minus 540, you get 53,460. 53,460. Now for our final 5 questions, we have a few simple expand the brackets for algebra. So if you're not over the age of 13, you've probably never seen these before, but they are pretty easy to solve if you figure it out, or if you've taught how to do it. Anyway, to start with, we need to times whatever's in this bracket by the right bracket. So we have to do x times by x and x times by 3, 4 times x, 4 times 3. So x times x is x squared, 4 times x is plus 4x, and then 3 times x is plus 3x, and 3 times 4 is 12. So you have to go like that, 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 and that. So you times every number by every other number basically. And then this is pretty easy. We just add the whole thing together, which gives us x squared plus 7x plus 12. And there you have a fully expanded bracket. And you can also do the opposite, so you can be given your answer like that and then have to simplify it, which can be a bit more challenging, but then as long as you can find your factors of each number, it can be pretty easy. Moving on to our next one, same method, that, 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 that. So first we do the x times the x, which is always x squared. Then we do the x to minus 3x, because it's minus 3. Then we do the plus 5x, and then we get minus 15, because 5 times minus 3 is minus 15, because positive times a negative equals a negative. so that's minus 15. Then we do the same again, so we have x squared, and then we do the minus 3x plus 5x, which just equals 2x, so plus 2x minus 15. There we go. Another question done. Now moving on, we have 2x rather than just 2x, or like 2x and x rather than just x and x. I won't draw the lines this time, but it's the same, it's just 2x squared, because we have 2x's but the 2 stays the same. And then we do plus 4x, and then we have minus 4 minus 8x minus 16. So then we just do the same again. So we have 2x squared plus 4x minus 8x equals minus 4x, and then minus 16. Moving on to our last two questions. X minus 5, 3x minus 4. So we have 3x squared minus 4x. Then we have minus 15x plus 20, because two negatives make a positive. Then, so we do the same again. 3x squared minus 4x minus 15x is minus 19x plus 20. For our last question, we have a 2x plus 2 minus x plus 5. So, to start with, we do the 2x times the minus x, which is simply minus 2x, and then we have the plus 10x, then we have minus 2x plus 10. Simplified, that equals minus 2x plus 8x plus 10. Now that's all the questions answered and solved. If any of you guys find a question I answered wrong, please let me know in the comments. I hope you guys all found this very relaxing, enjoyed, and have a good one.